Hey everybody, it's Momentary Flux. Looking to play a new campaign for Factorio. It's been a couple of years since I really played, other than just a few minutes here and there. So it's going to be a bit fresh. I have played a little bit ahead just to see what's new, but this will be a completely fresh game. What I've done here is I've set the richness to 200%. For all of the various resources, just because I like to have them run out a little bit slower. Everything else on all the other tabs is the default. I've cycled through a few random seeds until I found one that I think looks pretty good. I see a little bit of water here, a little bit of water there. We got some oil over here. We've got our basic resources, which we're going to probably be starting right in here somewhere. Some biters are pretty close, but hopefully we can keep them at bay for a while. Otherwise, it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty clear. Some of these new ledges, which weren't which weren't even in the game last time I played, are around. Might have to explode some of those eventually, but it looks like there's a good large area down south of this lake that could be where we set up, and then I can use some of this area up here. I'm thinking for resource refinement, making plates, steel, all of that good stuff. So anyway, that's my plan. I'm going to get started and see how it goes. Here we go. Okay, so this is basically a little dialogue telling us to make a rocket. We already know that. So I'm just going to eliminate that, set my research to automation, which is 10 red science, and get started. Okay, so here I am. I'm just north of the lake. My main resources are up here, so what I want to do is head on up there, and I think I need to mine a little bit of coal, probably, maybe a little bit of stone. That coal is kind of hard to see with the grass growing over it. So I'm looking at the mini map there in the upper right corner, and I'm seeing that biter nest is really closer than I thought. Hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. I definitely is going to have to prioritize making some bullets. And maybe going up there and taking that out before they get too strong, or before they start to raid me because of pollution. Okay, let's see how much coal I have. I got a little bit of coal. I have... What do I have? I have a burner drill. So let's get that on iron. Put our furnace on there. Get that started. I'm struggling to remember what my best start moves are, but I think it'll sort itself out once I get going a little bit. Let's take half this coal and put it in here. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely need to make more drills. So what do those need? Oh, there they are. Okay, so I'm gonna need more iron, and it looks like stone furnace, which is... So I'm going to need some stone. Let me get hand mining on some stone. So I think what I need to do is I need to set up a little circle of miners on the coal, so that we'll have a infinite supply of fuel. Basically, I can just go around and collect it. All right, how many we got here? Let's get 10. Alright, so we should have some iron. Okay, let's put one... Actually, let's put them on the coal to start with here. Put them on the coal, and then once those get going, I'm basically feeding them back and forth into each other, and they're going to start filling up with coal here soon. And then I'll expand this to 4, to a circle of 4 where it just goes around and around in a circle. Then I can just come by, control click them, collect the coal. Okay. So we're looking good here. I'm going to get a little bit more of this iron. If I get 5 more stone here, I can get a stone miner going. Okay, there's 5. And is there any wood? Yeah, here we go. I'm going to need a little wood. I'm going to need to make a few boxes. So let me grab some of that. Down by the copper. Yeah, these ledges are an interesting new addition to the game. Last time I played, they weren't here, but it definitely makes you have to plan a little bit for your conveyor belts and railroad tracks and all that good stuff. Okay. So let's get that rock miner on there. Get that going into a box. Put our coal in there. Go get some more coal. Fill these up. All right, so we'll just basically wait a second. We need to, let me hit Alt so that I can see what's in what now. But as soon as we get enough stone and whatnot to make more miners, we'll start getting, we'll expand our production and get things really moving. What are these? These are 5 stone as well. Okay. Let's go over here. Should have some more stone. Alright, so this ought to complete the circle for the miners. Rotate that one around so they go in a circle. And I can just come by and control click now, collect more coal. So now I think what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to start expanding iron, get maybe 4 of those going, and maybe get like 1 or 2 on copper. I think I actually pulled the coal out of there on accident. Okay. That's enough for 2 more of those. And then I'll get electricity going after. Alright, so let's look at the map while those are going. I've got water to the south. I've got water over here to the east. I'm afraid if I put my electricity over here that the pollution from the steam engines is going to draw these biters right away. So maybe I'm thinking maybe down here. There's coal here, but there's also coal there. Maybe over here I'll put my my power set up. We'll get the water over here. We'll get coal coming over. I think that makes the most sense for now. You know, these factories are always so malleable. We can always come back later and change it up if we need to. All right, more stone. I thought I made one more furnace, but I guess I didn't. All right, we're getting a good supply of coal now, at least. Splitting the stacks because I don't have enough really to dump everything in there right now. Soon I will. Soon we'll be overflowing in coal. Okay. It's been pretty good so far. As soon as I get a little bit more, I'm going to get started on copper. And then once I get some copper, I'll be able to make the components I need for electricity. Alright, we got a miner. So we just need a little bit more stone. And I can get started on copper. Might as well get a little bit more wood while I'm at it. Kind of need to clear that stuff out anyway. Okay. I don't want to really give it wood. I'll save the wood for boxes and whatnot. So I'll just go grab a little bit more coal. So I'm checking the time. I'm thinking that these episodes will probably be about half an hour long. That seems to be about a good length. And I'll try to post them as often as I can. Sometimes I'll like record multiple episodes in a row. But I won't get too far ahead, because I found in some of my previous ones that if you get too far ahead, people aren't really able to comment about, ideas and that kind of stuff. So at most, maybe I'll get like 2 or 3 episodes ahead. I'm just going to keep it like that. While this stuff is building up, I might as well just talk a little bit about why I quit last time, or why my YouTube channel, I let it kind of go into hibernation. It's basically I just got kind of burned out on Factorio. I think I have 1,200 hours of Factorio. And, eventually you just get kind of tired of the games. I also play tons of other games. I play games a lot. And so once I get tired of a game, it feels like a chore to play it. So I'm probably not going to do, this isn't going to be a Factorio channel per se. I might do Satisfactory series as well. I've played through on that. At least I've got all the technology in Satisfactory that is currently unlocked. And I don't know, Factorio, I think that really kind of reignited my interest in Factorio. But I think Factorio currently, as it stands, is definitely a much better game than Satisfactory. Satisfactory is much more like I don't know, it's like an intellectual test, it's like there's no real threats or anything, so you're just going through there trying to make a cool factory, which is fun, but, it's not much of a game, it's more of a simulation. But I still enjoy it, don't get me wrong, I'm not putting it down. But anyway, it definitely reignited my love of Factorio. I mean, this game is an amazing game. It's one of the best games for me of all time, no doubt about it. So I'm looking forward to going through it at least once more. We'll see how things go. You never know. But I'm also, like I said, I'm also maybe going to just start doing a few different games, maybe, if I do some playthroughs on different games. Just as a hobby. Like last time also, when I made this YouTube channel, I kind of had the thought that I would become like some sort of YouTuber and try to make money off it and whatever. And if that ever happened, that would be great. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not really expecting it or looking for that to happen. I don't, if people want to subscribe or like my videos, I honestly don't care. There's no pressure. I'm not gonna pimp myself out for that kind of stuff anymore. Not like I ever did really, but I'm just really not all that interested, I'm just doing this for fun, and if people like it, people like it. If they don't, they don't. So no worries. I think my attitude is just a little bit more laid back. And I guess that's enough to say about that. I'm sure it'll come up. You know, if anybody has any questions for me, just drop me a comment. Let's get electricity started. So I'll make 2 boilers, a pump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make 5 steam engines. And we'll use all that wood to make telephone poles. I'm actually going to need more wood. So we'll let that other stuff build up. I'll get a little bit more wood, a little bit more copper. I'm looking forward to getting past this beginning era and getting into it a little bit more when things start to get a little bit more complex. I always find the beginning, the early game, to be a bit boring. So I'm going to try to push through and get it going as quickly as I can. All right, let's get some fuel. Let's fuel things up a bit. And then we'll head over to the lake. Let's see if I can just... Can I fill all these up? Almost. Okay. All right, I'm just going to need a little bit to get that started. I'm going to get an electric drill going on here, but that'll come after I get electricity, I think. So let's look at the situation here a little bit closer. Okay, I need water. So I'm thinking this is a nice open area. So let's just run our stuff here. I can bring a conveyor belt all the way down here, and there's also coal. There's also coal here, and there's also coal there. If we can run this out, which would be nice to clear that up eventually. Here's a good spot to drop our offshore pump. Let's rotate it around. Looks good. Oh, I'm going to need pipes, aren't I? Well, I have enough, I think. Let's make a bunch of pipes. Let's make some burner inserters. We're also going to need some conveyor belts, but that we'll get back to that. All right, so let's see here. These are new too, the burners. It used to be you could just daisy chain the little tiny burners, which were 1 square in a row, but these ones are a little bit different. So what I'm going to do is let's start it here. I'm not sure about the width of the steam engines anymore. So they seem fine. So I could probably put them next to each other. Do I leave a space? I probably leave a space for telephone poles, power poles. So let's see, where will we put this one? We'll put it here. Let's get those pipes. Those are directly connected. Let's do an underground here. I like to do a little underground action, just so that you can, you don't get trapped running way around things, wherever possible. So actually I should have made 1 more steam engine so we could have an even number. There's 4, there's 5. I don't have any more iron on me, but that's okay. So let's get these telephone poles. Just run this up. Yeah, one thing I should do too is I should just handcraft some red science just to get that started. Alright. And this will just be for future use, whatever. Alright, let's get some more coal things set up here. I think I fueled up all of them except for that last one, so that's good. Let's top off the other guys, collect some more resources, get a little bit more wood. I need some more power poles. All right, let's fuel that up. Get copper. Okay, so I need one more steam engine. I need to make some mining drills. And I need to make a bunch of conveyor belts. All right, so one steam engine. Let's make 4 mining drills to get started, and then we'll just dump the rest into conveyor belts. All right, so I have burner inserters already. I'll talk about that in a minute. As soon as we get through these mining drills, I'm wondering if I should, well, let's start, I think we'll go down here. Do I want to go vertical or horizontal? Let's go vertical. I don't want to cross-contaminate my mining either with stone, so I'm making sure, if you look in the lower right corner of the right side there, it'll tell you the yield, 71K, 58, etc., etc. But if you have it over 2 resources, it'll tell you, and you don't ever want that to happen, because you will get rocks and coal on the same conveyor belt, and that's no good. All right, our conveyor belts are about to start. Let's put those in slot number 1. Actually, I want to leave a gap here. I need to leave a gap in my mining drills for telephone, or I keep calling them telephone poles, but they're power poles. There are no telephones here. Okay, so let's continue this thing all the way down to to our power. I'm gonna leave a little gap there because I'm not sure where to bring it in. I wonder if I should build it out to the side. You know what? I think I'll do is I'll just bring it through here, through this gap that I left. I think that's a good solution. I don't think we're going to make it. I think we're going to need more. Yeah, we're going to need more conveyor belts. No problem. I might as well wire that up while I'm here too. Okay, those just need electricity to get started. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a little box with a burner inserter to collect for us. Let's limit that to 200. All right, let's see how many more of these can we make. Okay, there's lots of coal there. I've got a bunch of coal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go kickstart that stuff while my while my belts are being manufactured. We'll get those boilers going. Get the electricity started. Also, I have that extra steam engine. Let's drop that in place. Okay, so I like to use burner inserters instead of electric inserters for steam, since they need coal anyway. That way, because the conveyor belts don't ever stop if your power goes out, but if you have electric, if you have electric inserters and your power gets low or goes out, they can stop feeding this, which makes the problem worse. So I always try to use the burner inserters just for anything fuel related, so they fuel themselves and then they fuel the boilers. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I've got 122. That ought to be enough. We'll increase our capacity as well. I think 4 mining drills there is more than enough. for coal for now. But as we add more steam engines, as our power demands increase, I'm going to up that. Okay. So this has basically become redundant now. So I'm going to yank these up. We've got our little burner inserter. Let's fill that up too. Or actually, you know what? I better grab that again. I'm going to top these off. At least the stone furnaces. And I'm going to pull these up. So you know what? Let's do this real. Let's make some inserters. Make some mining drills. Dump all our coal in there. Alright, so as soon as stuff gets built here, I can get going on that. Actually, you know what? Can I make... How many of these can I make? I probably made a mistake by pulling up the... furnaces too soon. We'll see. Alright. Make sure I don't get cross-contamination. I actually want, I want this area over here to be for making plates and stuff. So I'm going to want to send this down. Got the stone here. Stone is not really a huge resource that you need to start with. So, actually, you know, let's rotate this. We'll rotate it. We'll send our iron this way and then down. Do you think I could go through there? I guess I could cut through here. That's more future than anything. I'm going to set up some furnaces, just some quick and dirty kind of stuff. All right, let's get 2 of these going. Let's put our power poles on our quick keys. Okay, so we got iron ore being mined. So once we get through here, actually for now I have to do this because I need more iron plates. Let's get some coal. Make a bunch of furnaces. Let's see. I guess there's no efficient way to do this, is there? We'll put one here, one here. I'm sure I'll have to rearrange these power poles at some point. All right, so let's get this going, and I think I will call it an episode after I get stuff going here. Just for now, let's make a little conveyor belt. We've got a box, and let's put these guys on our hotkeys too. Okay, what do we need? We need outputs. And let's do one more furnace. And then I'm going to need one more of those. Okay, so these are clearly not self fueling. So we're going to need to, there we go. So we're definitely going to need to move these. This is just a temporary setup for me to collect some iron plates. What we'll do is we'll make some furnace columns over here, down here. We've got the coal coming in on that side. I may bring these raw ores this way up through here, and so that they come down the back, and then have the columns for producing come this way, all the outputs headed south. And if they head south, then I have this huge area down here for my actual factory. I'm going to set up a main bus, do that kind of stuff. All right. Well, hey, thanks everybody for watching. It's been a long time, so if you are coming back, feel free to say hi. It's cool to have a different outlook and a different attitude on this. So I'm looking forward to just going at my own pace and putting up some new videos. All right. Thanks everybody. I'll catch you later.